All right, guys, let's talk SoFi, break down the charts, and see what the heck is going on right now. As overall, the entire stock market is red, but we have SoFi in the green. SoFi is up over 0.5%, trading over $28 per share, as again, every index is down, and the VIX is up over 3%. So let's dive into it, guys. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Check out my Patreon for my weekly portfolio updates. We post those Monday and Friday, and there's a Discord plus more. Check it out. Link down below, pinned in the comments as well, or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. Let's get into it. So right now, again, SoFi is up almost 0.75%. Now it's up, 0.67, roughly in that ballpark. And we're doing pretty well. On the intraday, you can see we had a huge move earlier in the day. We opened up at about 28, got all the way to almost 28.75. We hit a resistance point, which I'll talk about here in a second. And since then, we've been down a little bit. It dumped a little bit, but overall, bullish trajectory for sure, in my opinion. And we can see it on the 5-day. It's continuing the uptrend. We're putting in higher highs, higher lows, right? You're noticing that right here. And at the same time, what do we have right here, guys? We have resistance. Like I said, we hit today, literally about an hour ago, not even probably. Actually, no, 2 hours ago, we hit 28.75. That is where we opened up at yesterday, right? And that was the pre-market high yesterday, and that's the high roughly from 2 days ago, from Tuesday, right? So this is a clear ascending triangle in the very short term on the 5-day, 5-minute, and the bulls, it looks like they're getting ready to break out. You know what I mean? That's at least what I'm seeing on this 5-day, 5-minute. And I'm going to set my alert at, let's say, 28.75 for now. Mark is at or above. And let's see if I pop this 30-minute up, we can start seeing something else. And this is another thing I want to mention. Very important here, guys. What is this? This is an inverse head and shoulders. So we have that ascending triangle in the short term, right? 5-day, 5-minute chart. And then when you pull up the 3-week chart, which is this, we're noticing the inverse head and shoulders, which is also bullish. We can see here, left shoulder, we got the head right here, boom. Then we have the right shoulder right here. So, guys, if this plays out, what I'm getting at is we break 28.75. This could really start to go 30, 31. That's the gap that could fill. That is where where we could be going. Again, if that triangle plays out, and then here on this 1 hour chart, if this inverse head and shoulders plays out. So I like it, man, especially in the midst of a red day like today. This is really good overall price action for SoFi stock. It really is. Now we just have to be patient, that's the thing. A lot of people in the market, they can see these things on the charts, right? They see things lining up, but they don't have patience. So be patient. I put my alert, 28.75, another one at $29, and let's see if we're able to push through there. So now let me go over the indices quickly. SPY at this point is down 0.5%, which, guys, let's be honest, the market has been in need of a sell-off, a pullback. We're finally getting it. We hit 675 on the 8th. So what? Yesterday, 2 days ago, we hit all-time highs. Now we're pulling down to the 180 SMA. We're holding it on the 1 hour here. That's really good. And on QQQ, same thing, right? We're above the 180 SMA, down on the day about 0.5%, but holding the uptrend. And on the Russell, if I pull this up, we're down about 0.9, 1%, right in that ballpark. Still all, holding the uptrend on all the time frames. And the Dow's down. Russell's down 1% on the day, by the way. Dow's down about 0.75%, still holding that 50 SMA. So very healthy pullback when it comes to the indices here, guys. And let's see some other stocks. By the way, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't done so already. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Hit that follow button. let's see some stocks selling off today. We have Open Door down 4%, which that one's been in the $8 range for weeks now. It's not really doing much. Google is one as well that I own that's selling off here. We can see Google is down about 2% on the day. And since we got that huge run after the Chrome news, it's been cooling off a little bit this last month, rightfully so. It's been in this little downtrending channel. You guys can see it right here. And now we're going for the bottom of the channel, which if I pull the 20-day up, you'll see it. Yep, there you go. So now that we're here, guys, this is a pretty oversold spot, to be honest. I think over the next couple of days, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another rebound on Google. Give it a couple days, though, in my opinion. But that's kind of what we're setting up for right now, I think. And let me do an update on my Nike short. You guys know I've been having a ball on the Nike Yahoo forum, Yahoo Finance. I go on there sometimes and I not argue like I'm mad, right? But I debate. That's a better way to put it. I debate the bulls. It's entertaining to me because I'm short Nike. You guys know that. I think the company is not doing well, and we had a huge pump after earnings, and people were like, "Stas, you're an idiot! Oh my god!" And I was in the Nike forum on Yahoo, right? I was like, load up the shorts, guys. This is your last chance. If you go back, you'll see it. Literally, go on Yahoo Finance, go to Nike stock, go to the conversations, and you'll see. If you go back a couple days, the stock was on this day when the stock was at 76. I was like, this is your last time to short up, your last chance to short or load up on the shorts. And yeah, we're down $8 a share since that post. And obviously it's not financial advice. It's all for fun. We're poking fun, having some fun banter, right? But it's just funny how, Nike, the head fake. It was so obvious. It was so obvious to me. I don't know if it was to you, but yeah, we got a nice pump after earnings, super obvious head fake. Now we're back down. And we're taking the lows out from before earnings. So all that gain is gone. So if earnings were so good, if Nike's turning it around, why are all the gains gone 3 days after? Oh, because investors don't actually believe that. They saw the pump as a sell opportunity. They took the profits. And who knows where they're at now? I think we're going lower though. I think, and this has been my point for weeks. I think we're going back to the low 60s on Nike. I really do. Now, do I think we're going to crash to $30, $40? I made a post on the forum. I was like, I would buy Nike with a margin of safety at like $20 or something. I was trolling. Do I think it's going to go to $20, $30, $40? Probably not. But could it go? I mean, look, the low from April was 50. Could it go back to 60, mid 50s if things get ugly? Yeah, I think it could. So this is the gap that I'm looking at in the short term. And if we do get to this point here, guys, I'm going to be locking in the profits on the short position. That's what I'm going to be doing, especially if we get down and fill this gap right here, the gap down to about $58, $59. Yeah, I'll be locking in the profits there. But yeah, Nike, clear, fake out. And if it gets way oversold here, I mean, look, it's going to see a snapback rally. It's not like a garbage penny stock at the end of the day. But overall, I think the trajectory, if I could say that word, I think we're going lower here in the next couple of months, even if we see a little short-term pop because we're a little oversold. I still think the direction is down, and it's pretty clear to me. So yeah, Nike, I'm short on that. But you never know. With a short position, you could lock in profits, or I could lock in profits tomorrow. If I see something on the chart switch or change up, or maybe next week, I might not short it for the whole, for the next couple months. It might just be for a week. But as of now, I'm up on that. I couldn't be more bearish on the stock, but it's subject to change always based on how the charts look. That's how you got to deal with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, found some value. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the Patreon for those weekly portfolio updates. We're investing $500 a week. Every week I'm buying stocks, and we're doing bonus deposits throughout the month. I think the most I invested in 1 month in the Patreon portfolio was 5 grand, guys. And no, it's not paper money. It's real money. So if you want to see how I build a portfolio, how I manage it, linked down below. Go to stocksurfs.com/Patreon, and it's also in the comments. I'll see you there. And with that being said, cheers. Have a great rest of your day.